Admiral Vex stares at the massive human dreadnought approaching his battered fleet. The Victory is larger than his flagship and bristles with weapons unlike anything in the Velkhani database. Its hull gleams with strange metal that seems to absorb sensor beams. "Sir, the human ship isn't responding to our scans," Captain Roll reports nervously. "Our computers can't identify its weapon systems or defensive capabilities." General Tom's voice echoes across all communication frequencies. 45 seconds remaining, alien commander. Choose quickly. Vex realizes his situation is hopeless. His fleet is trapped, outnumbered, and facing weapons they don't understand. But Velkhani pride runs deep. No admiral in the Empire's history has ever surrendered to a primitive species. "Charge all remaining weapons," Vex orders. "We'll show these humans what Velkhani warriors can do." The surviving alien ships form a desperate battle line, pointing their plasma cannons at the approaching human dreadnought. Energy readings spike across their weapon systems as they prepare for one final attack. General Tom watches from the Victory's bridge as the aliens refuse his surrender demand. He expected this response. Advanced civilizations rarely admit defeat, especially to species they consider inferior. "All weapons, prepare to fire," Tom commands. "Show them what humanity is truly capable of." The Victory doesn't carry plasma cannons or energy shields like alien ships. Instead, it mounts humanity's most devastating invention, antimatter torpedo launchers. Each torpedo contains enough antimatter to destroy a small moon. But Tom doesn't want to simply destroy the remaining aliens. He wants to send a message that will echo throughout the galaxy. "Fire warning shots first," he orders. "Target the empty space around their formation." 6 antimatter torpedoes streak toward the Velkhani fleet, passing just outside their defensive perimeter before detonating in empty space. The explosions create miniature suns that briefly outshine distant stars. Admiral Vex feels his ship shake from the distant detonations. His sensors go wild, trying to measure the explosive yield. The numbers don't make sense. Each blast released more energy than his fleet's entire arsenal. "Sir, those were warning shots," Captain Roll whispers. "If they had aimed at us ... double quotes, Vex finally understands the truth. Humanity isn't primitive at all. They simply fight differently than other advanced species." While the Velkhani focused on perfecting energy weapons and defensive shields, humans mastered the most destructive force in the universe, antimatter. The human general's voice returns, calm and confident. "That demonstration showed 1% of our firepower. You have 10 seconds to surrender, or we'll show you the other 99%. Around the galaxy, other species have always relied on overwhelming technological superiority to win battles. They build bigger ships, stronger shields, and more powerful energy weapons. But humans took a different approach. They learned to use the universe itself as a weapon. Antimatter doesn't care about alien shields or advanced armor. When matter and antimatter meet, both are completely destroyed, releasing pure energy according to Einstein's famous equation. No defense can stop this fundamental force of physics. Admiral Vex realizes his empire made a crucial mistake. They assumed technological advancement meant building more complex systems. Humans proved that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. This is Admiral Vex of the Velkhani Empire. He broadcasts on all frequencies. "We surrender unconditionally." The remaining alien ships power down their weapons and lower their shields. Across the solar system, human vessels emerge from hiding to surround the defeated fleet. General Tom allows himself a small smile. "All human forces, this is victory. Actual, mission accomplished. Begin prisoner collection and salvage operations." Dr. Emma's voice crackles over the communication system from her command ship. General, we're receiving surrender broadcasts from all remaining enemy vessels. Total. Alien casualties. 68% of their fleet destroyed, the rest captured or surrendered. And human losses? 47 ships lost, 312 casualties. Much lower than our worst-case projections. Tom nods solemnly. Every human death was a tragedy, but they had saved their world from conquest. More importantly, they had proven that humanity would never be easy prey for alien empires. As news of the victory spreads across Earth, celebrations begin in every major city. But Tom knows this is just the beginning. The Velcani Empire will learn about this defeat eventually. Other alien civilizations will hear rumors about the species that destroyed a superior fleet using primitive tactics and impossible weapons. Humanity had announced its presence to the galaxy in the most dramatic way possible. They were no longer an unknown species hiding on a single world. They were a force to be respected, feared, and never underestimated. The age of human expansion into the galaxy had begun. The Velcani Empire's massive war fleet drifts through space toward Earth. Admiral Vex stands on the bridge of the flagship Dominator, watching Earth grow larger on the main screen. The blue planet looks small and weak to him. How long until we reach their world? Vex asks his second officer, Captain Roll. 12 hours, sir. Our scouts report the humans have only basic space defenses. A few orbital stations and some small ships. Vex laughs. The Velcani have conquered 47 worlds in the past century. Their plasma cannons can destroy mountains. Their shields can stop nuclear weapons. Their faster-than-light drives are the best in the galaxy. The humans discovered space travel only 50 years ago. They still use primitive rocket fuel and metal bullets. The Velcani computers show that human weapons cannot even scratch Velcani armor. This will be over quickly, Vex tells his crew. The humans will surrender once they see our power. If not, we will destroy their cities one by one until they kneel. The Velcani fleet has 200 warships. Each ship is 3 times bigger than anything humans have built. The smallest Velcani fighter carries more firepower than Earth's largest battleship. On Earth, General Tom watches the alien fleet approach through his telescope. The Human Defense Council meets in an underground bunker. President Lisa looks worried. As she studies the reports, "They have us outnumbered 10 to 1, she says. "Our weapons are weak compared to theirs." But Tom smiles. Numbers and technology aren't everything. We have something they don't expect. What's that? Creativity. And the willingness to do whatever it takes to protect our home. The Velcani continue their slow approach, confident in their victory. They broadcast a message to Earth, demanding immediate surrender. When humans don't respond in 1 hour, they say they will begin bombing major cities. Vex studies Earth's defenses on his tactical display. The human ships are tiny dots compared to his fleet. Their space stations look like toys. He cannot understand why the humans aren't running away or begging for mercy. Perhaps they don't understand our power, Captain Roll suggests. They will. Learn, Vex replies. Begin charging the plasma cannons. Target their largest city first. But the humans are not sitting idle. In secret bases around the solar system, human engineers work frantically on last-minute preparations. They have been planning for this day since first contact with hostile aliens 5 years ago. The plan is simple but dangerous. While the aliens focus on Earth's obvious defenses, humanity's real weapons remain hidden. Old mining ships drift in. Asteroid fields, looking abandoned. Cargo vessels float near Jupiter's moons, appearing to be refugee ships. Tom knows the aliens will scan these ships and dismiss them as harmless civilian craft. That mistake will cost them everything. The Velcani fleet enters Earth's solar system with full confidence. Admiral Vex orders his ships into attack formation as they pass Mars. His sensors detect the human defense fleet gathering near Earth's moon, exactly where he expected them. Pathetic, Vex mutters, watching the human ships on his display. 20. Small vessels against our fleet. This isn't even a real battle. Captain Roll nods in agreement. Sir, shall we demand their surrender first? No. Destroy them immediately. Make an example for the humans on the planet below. The Velkhani warships lock their plasma cannons onto the human fleet. But as they prepare to fire, something unexpected happens. The abandoned mining ships scattered throughout the asteroid belt suddenly come to life. Colonel Jake sits in the command center of one disguised vessel. All units, this is Ghost Leader. Begin Phase 1. Across the solar system, dozens of hidden human ships reveal their true nature. These aren't mining vessels or cargo haulers. They're specially modified warships disguised to look harmless. The trap works perfectly. While the Velkhani focus on the obvious human fleet near Earth, they ignore the civilian ships behind them. Each hidden vessel carries humanity's secret weapon, antimatter charges powerful enough to crack asteroids in half. The first wave hits the Velkhani, rear guard without warning. 3 alien warships explode as antimatter bombs detonate against their hulls. The advanced Velkhani shields, designed to stop energy weapons, offer no protection against the massive physical explosions. What was that? Vex shouts as his bridge shakes from nearby blasts. Sir, we're under attack from multiple directions. The mining ships, they're military vessels in disguise. More explosions rock the Velkhani fleet. The humans time their assault perfectly, hitting different targets simultaneously. Velkhani ships try to turn and fight back, but their large vessels move slowly compared to the swift human attackers. On Earth, Tom watches the battle through long-range sensors. Phase 2. Execute now. The human defense fleet near Earth's moon suddenly splits apart. Half the ships dive toward the planet, while the other half races directly at the Velkhani main force. Both groups activate jamming systems that blind alien sensors. The diving ships aren't retreating. They're positioning themselves for a slingshot maneuver around Earth. Using the planet's gravity, they gain incredible speed as they loop back toward the alien fleet. Meanwhile, the hidden human ships continue their hit-and-run attacks. They strike fast, deploy their antimatter charges, then disappear into asteroid fields or behind moons before the aliens can respond. Admiral Vex realizes his perfect plan is falling apart. All ships' defensive positions form a protective circle. But it's too late. The humans planned this battle for years, studying every detail of Velkhani tactics and technology. They know the aliens rely too heavily on their advanced weapons and shields. They never expected such a coordinated surprise attack. Captain Roll reports massive damage across the fleet. Sir, we've lost 15 ships already. The humans are using some kind of matter-antimatter explosives. Our shields can't stop them. Vex watches his mighty fleet struggle against these primitive humans. How could this be happening? The Velkhani have superior technology in every way. Their computers calculated an easy victory, but the computers never accounted for human unpredictability and tactical creativity. Admiral Vex stares at his tactical display in disbelief. His mighty fleet, which seemed unstoppable an hour ago, now struggles against human guerrilla tactics. The aliens' advanced sensors mean nothing when human ships hide inside asteroid fields and use the solar system's natural cover. Sir, the human attack pattern makes no sense, Captain Roll reports. Their ships appear randomly, strike once, then vanish. Our targeting computers can't predict their next move. Vex growls in frustration. Velkhani battle doctrine relies on organized formations and overwhelming firepower. These humans fight like wild animals, attacking from unexpected angles with weapons that shouldn't work against superior. Velkhani technology. Dr. Emma coordinates the human assault from a command ship hidden behind Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. She studied alien psychology for 3 years, learning how advanced civilizations think and fight. They expect us to behave logically, she explains to her tactical team. Advanced species follow predictable patterns. They can't understand chaos. As a weapon, the human strategy seems insane to alien minds. Small ships ram directly into massive warships, detonating antimatter charges in suicide attacks. Other vessels pretend to be damaged, then explode when aliens come close to capture them. Every human ship carries the same basic equipment: antimatter charges, jamming devices, and modified engines that can change direction instantly. The aliens track targets using heat signatures and energy readings, so humans dump coolant and shut down systems to disappear from sensors. Commander Rick pilots his modified freighter through the wreckage of a destroyed Velkhani cruiser. His ship looks like a harmless cargo vessel, but hidden inside are 12 antimatter bombs and a crew of 20 volunteers. Ghost 7 to Ghost Leader, he radios. I'm approaching the enemy flagship. Beginning final approach. Copy, Ghost 7. Remember, wait until you're past their shields before detonating. Rick's ship drifts slowly toward the massive Velkhani flagship Dominator. His sensors show the alien vessel is 5 times larger than Earth's biggest battleship. Its weapons could level entire cities, but size doesn't matter when antimatter meets. Regular matter. Admiral Vex notices the small human ship approaching. Captain Roll, scan that vessel. Is it damaged? Yes, sir. It appears to be leaking atmosphere and losing power. Probably trying to surrender. Bring it aboard. We'll interrogate the crew and learn more about human weaknesses. This is exactly what Rick hoped for. The aliens open their hangar bay and use tractor beams to pull his ship inside. Velkhani soldiers prepare to board the human vessel and take prisoners. They never get the chance. Rick waits until his ship is completely inside the alien hangar, surrounded by enemy fighters and troops. Then he activates all 12 antimatter charges simultaneously. The explosion tears through the Dominator's hull like paper. Advanced Velkhani. Armor and shields protect against energy weapons, but nothing can stop antimatter from completely destroying whatever it touches. Admiral Vex feels his flagship shudder and lists to one side. Emergency alarms screamed throughout the bridge as reports flood in from all sections. Sir, we have massive hull breaches on decks 5 through 12. The hangar bay is completely gone. We're losing atmosphere and power. Vex realizes the humans planned this perfectly. They knew the aliens would try to capture damaged ships instead of destroying them. That curiosity and arrogance became a fatal weakness. Across the battlefield, similar scenes repeat dozens of times. Human ships disguised as refugees, miners, or merchant vessels get close to alien warships and detonate antimatter charges. Each explosion removes another piece of the Velkhani fleet. The aliens' superior technology becomes worthless when humans refuse to fight by conventional rules. Velkhani computers calculate optimal firing solutions, but human ships move unpredictably. Alien shields deflect energy weapons, but antimatter explosions destroy everything nearby. Dr. Emma watches the battle. Progress from her hidden command post. They're starting to retreat toward the outer system, she reports to Earth. Phase 3 is ready to begin. General Tom's voice crackles over the radio from Earth. Excellent work. All remaining units begin the final phase. Show them what happens when you threaten humanity's home. The scattered human forces throughout the solar system begin converging on the retreating Velkhani fleet. But this isn't a pursuit. It's a coordinated trap designed to ensure none of the aliens escape, to warn their empire about human capabilities. Asterisk. Admiral Vex orders his remaining ships to retreat toward the edge of the solar system. His once mighty fleet of 200 warships has been reduced to fewer than 80 vessels. The humans continue their relentless attacks, appearing from asteroid fields and planetary shadows like ghosts. Sir, we need to reach the hyperspace jump point, Captain Roll urges. Once we're in faster-than-light travel, the humans can't follow us. Vex nods grimly. The jump point lies just beyond Pluto's orbit, where the solar system's gravity won't interfere with their faster-than-light drives. If they can reach that point, they can escape back to Velcani space and report this disaster to the Empire. But the humans have other plans. Captain Alex commands a squadron of modified human destroyers, hiding in the Kuiper Belt, the ring of ice and rock beyond Neptune. Her ships look like space debris on alien sensors, drifting slowly among the asteroids and comets. All units, this is Hammer Leader, she broadcasts on encrypted channels. The aliens are heading directly toward us. Prepare for the final engagement. The retreating Velcani fleet doesn't realize they're flying into another trap. Human engineers spent 2 years placing antimatter mines throughout the outer solar system, disguised as natural space rocks. When the alien ships pass close enough, the mines will activate automatically. Dr. Emma monitors the situation from her command ship, now moving to intercept the aliens near Jupiter. General Tom, the enemy is moving exactly as predicted. They're taking the fastest route to their jump point. Good, Tom replies from Earth. Execute the final phase. Make sure none of them escape. The first Velcani ships reach the outer edge of the Kuiper Belt. Admiral Vex feels relief as his sensors show clear space ahead. Soon they'll be far enough from the sun to activate their hyperspace drives and flee this nightmare. Then the mines detonate. Dozens of antimatter explosions bloom like deadly flowers throughout the Velcani formation. The disguised mines waited patiently for months, programmed to recognize alien ship signatures. When the retreating fleet passes overhead, the mines launch themselves upward and explode against alien hulls. Vex watches in horror as 20 more of his ships disappear in brilliant flashes of light. The humans somehow predicted his exact retreat, route, and prepared accordingly. How is this possible? He shouts. We chose the fastest path to hyperspace. There was no way for them to know. But humans had studied Velcani tactics for years. Every alien battle followed the same pattern. Attack with overwhelming force, and retreat to the nearest hyperspace point if things went wrong. The humans simply prepared for this predictable behavior. Captain Alex's squadron emerges from hiding as the surviving alien ships struggle through the minefield. All units, attack formation Delta. Target their engines first. We don't want any of them reaching the jump point. The human ships accelerate toward the confused Velcani fleet. These aren't the small, disguised vessels from earlier attacks. These are humanity's newest warships, built specifically to fight advanced alien technology. Each human destroyer carries a new weapon system, magnetically accelerated, projectiles that fire chunks of dense metal at incredible speeds. The projectiles aren't explosive. They don't need to be. When a piece of uranium moving at 20% of light speed hits an alien ship, the kinetic energy alone can punch through any armor. The Velcani return fire with their plasma cannons. But the human ships use erratic flight patterns that make targeting nearly impossible. While alien weapons require precise aim to be effective, human kinetic projectiles spread out in wide patterns that are hard to avoid. Admiral Vex realizes his fleet is trapped between the human ships behind them and the minefield ahead. His remaining vessels are scattered and damaged, unable to form proper defensive formations. Sir, should we surrender? Captain Roll asks desperately. Vex considers this option. The Velcani Empire has never surrendered to a primitive species before, but these Humans have proven they're far from primitive. Their tactics are brilliant, and their technology, while different from Valkani designs, is surprisingly effective. But before Vex can respond, his flagship's sensors detect something new. A massive human vessel approaches from the direction of Earth, bigger than anything they've seen before. This ship doesn't try to hide or use deceptive tactics. It simply flies directly toward the alien fleet, broadcasting a message on all frequencies. This is General Tom aboard the UHSS Victory. Alien Commander, you have one chance to surrender. Respond within 60 seconds or face complete destruction. Vex stares at the approaching human dreadnought. Where did they hide such a massive ship? And what weapons could it carry?